Welcome to episode 127 of the Sports Marketing Machine podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Neisser. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen a clip or two of Travis and Jason and Taylor Swift on the New Heights podcast episode. You see, it wasn't just two brothers interviewing the biggest pop star in the world, or really just Jason interviewing them as a couple. It was the artist who was at the top of her game sitting down in their world, the brothers' world, on their platform, talking candidly about everything from her new record to random everyday stuff. I mean, this was a conversation you simply just don't get watching Jimmy Fallon late at night. And it worked because it wasn't just an appearance, it was a collaboration. Both sides brought their own audience, both sides showed up authentically, and both walked away with way more reach, buzz, and more connections with their fans. You see, you as an employee of a sports team, you guys can do the same thing. Obviously, you can't book the biggest star on the earth, but you can create these collab moments with the right local partners. Moments that blend audiences, create tremendous content worth sharing, and give you a path to turn attention into ticket sales. So today, I'm going to break down 3 lessons that I took away from the Taylor, Jason, Travis conversation, and I'll give you some ready-to-run local activation ideas that you can copy in your market. Let's go! Okay, the first lesson that I take from this conversation, the power of cross-audience moments. Taylor's fans are not all NFL fans, and Travis's fans are not all Swifties. But by stepping into each other's worlds, both brands gained a massive new audience. And we've seen this. People have complained about it. Stop showing Taylor on TV. I'm trying to watch a football game. And NFL has really kind of played into that, showing her multiple times. Like, we know the story, and I don't need to bring it up. But when you do something like this locally, right, it's not just about getting exposure. You're strategically placing your team in front of a new audience, compatible audience, of course, and giving them a compelling reason to step into your world. So let me give you an example of an idea. And we've probably seen this a bunch of different times, but this is a direct connection, a direct correlation. You've probably seen some sort of celebrity working at Dairy Queen, working the register, or making the ice cream. And that's what's happened before. We've seen different celebrities working in restaurants and what have you, right? So if you have a player that could spend a few hours working a shift at a major local attraction, like the zoo, an amusement park, or a museum, right? Or imagine your star player at the zoo snooping ice cream at a zoo snack stand. Or you've got one of your star players controlling the roller coaster and having fun with it, wearing their uniform. The zoo or the amusement park or that local attraction is going to promote it. It's going to put it on social media, even potentially email their list. In exchange, like, you're going to do the same thing, which is cross-promoting both audiences. You're exposing your fans, your brand, to the zoo goers, and they're exposing their zoo goers to your fans, right? In exchange, you're kind of helping each other out. Both audiences see something new and exciting. Your fans get a peek behind the curtain of a popular local spot, and the visitors discover your team in a fresh context. This is a win-win. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean spending lots of dollars, but doing something fun and fresh like this at a place where you know families go, which is your target audience. This is exactly the greatest, marvelous collaboration that you could do, because it's a win-win for everyone, right? The reality check here, though. Always verify your partner's audience demographics. Make sure at least 50% of their audience lives in your zip code. So if you're in San Diego, I would guarantee that a large percentage of the people who follow the San Diego Zoo don't live in San Diego. But if you're looking at it, maybe a smaller city in like Brockton, Massachusetts, and you've got a zoo there, that would be logical that a lot of the locals would follow that as well. So really good idea to think through that side of it. And then also, hey, let's both of us email our audiences so that they know. So you as the team are emailing your fans, hey, XYZ players are going to be here. They're going to be scooping ice cream or running the roller coaster at this amusement or what have you. And you want the amusement, the zoo, whatever it is that you're doing to partner with, that local attraction to also email their audience so that it's a win-win for both, right? So here's the second piece of this. Make it easy for people to become fans. Could you create a bundle deal that includes a game ticket and an admission to the partner attraction? Also, to be sure, set up an opt-in email swap so both of your partners can grow your local databases, which is similarly to what I just explained about emailing out the list. But take it one step further, put together a ticket plan with it. That's such a marvelous way, and I've done this before in my life where I've worked with the local zoo where it's 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a 4-pack to the zoo for $45 or something like that. Those bundle deals move, and it's a great added value, and everybody wins. So your takeaway here, don't just partner with brands your fans already love. Find ones with a compatible but different audience. So find ones that have a similar audience of yours, but it's a little bit different. That's how you truly expand your fan base. Lesson number 2, show the human side of your team, right? So Taylor's appearance on the New Heights podcast worked so well because fans got to see Travis being, well, himself. He's charming, he's goofy, even a little bit awkward. But fans got to understand Taylor a whole lot more. Like, I never realized a lot of these things about her, and I had no idea, right? I'm not a huge Swiftie fan, but if you're a huge Swiftie fan, maybe you knew all the things. But me, as an NFL fan, I learned more about Taylor than I did Travis. So when fans connect with the person behind the uniform, they're more likely to show up for the team. So let me give you another example activation idea, right? So maybe you have a local chef or a local dining spot in town with a great menu and what have you. Maybe you do a player chef cook-up. So set up a head-to-head kitchen showdown between one of your players and a popular local chef. Maybe they're competing to make the best burger or tacos or dessert or something like that, right? So something super simple, but it definitely has some fun around this. This is a pure personality-driven content. Fans get to see their favorite player outside of the uniform. So it could be a hockey player, basketball, football, whatever it may be. And that favorite player struggling with a spatula instead of like trying to make a slap shot or catching a fly ball or even catching a touchdown pass, right? This kind of relatable behind the scenes content makes your players more accessible and builds a deeper connection with your fans, right? So keep in mind that your partner's audience. So if you're going to do something with this local chef, their audience should be about 65% from your local market. You can verify this just by using some sort of a data that they have, or even if they've got some zip codes of where their fans and their customers are coming from. Just kind of verify that before you move forward, right? So take the winning dish and feature it at your stadium for a single game or a night, and place QR codes on table tents at your restaurant or your bar areas or what have you, linking to that special game night promotion. And it creates kind of a direct, simple path from the content to a ticket sale, or from the content to be a little bit more engaging with what you are doing at your games. So you're pre-promoting it. Hey, tune in on this specific day. It's the chef versus the specific player on Instagram, and then their meal will be served on this specific game. Maybe the chef's throwing out the first pitch or something like that, right? Your players' content is gold. Find some opportunities to get them into situations where they show off their personality, not just their athletic skill. I mean, that comes easy to them, but get them to show off their personality, and always, always, always make sure there's a direct line from your content to sell more tickets. All right, lesson number 3. Give fans something they'll talk about. Taylor showing up on the Kelce's podcast here became a storyline in itself. Fans shared, posted, talked about it nonstop, and it's kept the moment alive far beyond their podcast. Their podcast was several days ago, but people are still talking about it. CNN's got stuff. It's all over the internet because people are continuing to talk about it. Now, obviously, it's Travis, it's Taylor. They're internationally known, but what could you do locally? Locally, you can create these same talk about triggers by doing something unexpected, highly visual, and maybe even a little quirky, right? So let me give you an example. A mascot mechanic makeover. Your mascot needs their vehicle fixed, so they take it to the popular local auto shop. This is a chance to play up the visuals with some over-the-top gags. Think some oversized wrenches. Maybe your mascot spills some popcorn into the glove box, or maybe a silly test drive in the parking lot. Like, those are the silly things that you could do with your mascot that really has some fun. And you can kind of play up, get your partners more involved, and they can share it on their social medias if it's a local group as well, and really have some fun with it. And I think that side of it, we've probably seen some teams do some silly things with some dentists and some other groups like that, but just keep thinking in your mind what other things we can do to continue to show the personality, not of our mascots, but potentially our athletes, our student athletes, our players, and what have you. So why this works. It's instant, shareable content. Customers and passerbys will naturally pull out their phones, post on Instagram, send it to their friends. It's fun. It's a memorable moment. Generate some organic buzz. They'll share it. They'll think it's hilarious. The reality check here, though. 80% of the auto shop's customers need to be in your target zip code. Use some sort of, just ask them if you've got some sort of software that can take a look and see where a lot of their customers are coming from. But it really has to be that their customers are in your local area for sure, so that you're focusing on the right audience. When you are doing this, you can come up with a few different things here to have a little bit of fun with it. So add a QR code to maybe the service receipts to offer a free oil change or a car wash giveaway, only redeemable in an upcoming game. You could do some things at your game. Hey, scan this to get a discount from this specific car dealership to a specific game. You can have some fun with that, but take it to the next level. You've probably done some skits and some silly things, and even like meet the player situations at some of these dealerships and oil change places and what have you. But this is such a great way to kind of take it to the next level. So not every collaboration has to be cool, high budget. Sometimes the quirky, unexpected, crazy ideas are more authentic and create better organic engagement than a polished, very well edited video that you put together. So 3 big lessons that we talked about here, but my wrap up to you here. Here's what the Taylor and Travis partnership proved. When you blend audiences and you show genuine personality and create moments that people can't help but talk about, you're not just making noise in your community, you're building a deeper connection with your community. For your team, that means partner with someone who reaches a new but local audience. Put your players in fun, unexpected situations and your mascot to show their human side or your mascot side. And then always have a clear capture point so the attention turns into actual ticket sales. Pick one of these, or hopefully these ideas spur some additional ideas for you to kind of come up with some things to pitch to the right local partner and start growing your fan base. If you need some help on these, or you got some ideas and you want to talk through them, and specifically how do they fit into your funnel of selling tickets? Are they at the top of the funnel? Is it more for the bottom of the funnel? Like all of those things. How does this actually lead to selling tickets? Hop on over to the website, schedule a call. Happy to just have a conversation, just to talk through your ideas. But at the end of the day, the Travis Taylor podcast with Jason, such a great example of how collaborations should look and how they should elevate both brands, and it's a win-win for everyone. Until next time.